Hey, well, I've popped on in again to give you a bonus training inside the Awakened Soul Revolution. I nearly went into the wrong group, into my mastermind group. Wanted to pop in today and share with you an opportunity to just share some really important information. So a lot of the questions that I get when it comes to goal manifesting or for what, dealing with the challenges in people's lives with my clients is there's a lot of energy blocks that are related to body, business, or bank account. And business can be encompassed also like career. So don't switch off if you don't have your own business or don't want to run your own business, but it's equally relevant if perhaps you're in a job that's not giving you meaning or fulfillment, or maybe you feel like you're being thwarted when it comes to getting promotions or just even your ideas being heard, feeling valued in that community. Listen up, because this is for you as well. So if this is exciting for you, please give me some love down below so I know that you are keen to hear this and you want more of it. I can see that there's some of you live on there already. Fantastic. Let me know who you are. Drop some love down below. So when it comes to manifesting, I just want to give you a bit of awareness around the body. And for those of you that are new to knowing who I am, I'm Katie Joy. I am also known as the Global Butterfly, not just for the traveling the world in 7 continents and 58 countries plus, but also for all of the energy transformations that I help people with and facilitate with. Fantastic. Hi, Rachel. So what I wanted to really help you with an understanding is, also my background is a paramedic, right? Personal trainer and paramedic, chiropractic studies, critical paramedicine and psychology, and a whole bunch of healing modalities as well. So I bring a lot of this in. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about what is an energy block and why does it stop us from getting what we really want in life. And so just to give you facilitate that understanding a bit more, maybe you already do, but I want to help you shifting from I know that to I get it. I really embody it. I can actually now utilize it and do something with that and be the shift. Is that cool? Would you like that? Fantastic. Yes, yes. So, and I love this. Yes, yes. So the thing is, when we have energy, or what is energy? Energy is life force energy, right? And what are energy blocks? Well, emotion is energy in motion. And when it's stopped or stagnant or stuck, it's energy blocked, right? It's no longer in motion. And I'm just going to move my microphone a little closer. I realized that it was probably too far away. So the thing is as well, a lot of us are being programmed right from when we're little, before we're even born, in fact. And so those programmings are being downloaded through our genetics, through just our awareness and our experience of life, and the meanings that we make up around that. I'm not going to go too deep into that. I just wanted to give you a bit of awareness around that. So it is to do with our nervous system, with our thinking, with our brain, our perception. However, that nervous system is also integrated with all parts of the body. And so at a cellular level, we can have those energy blocks as well. Now, here's the really cool thing that a lot of people are not necessarily aware of. And we have more than just the physical body. We have the etheric body, the ethereal body. We have the emotional body, the mental body, and the spiritual body. We also have a few more, but I'm just going to keep it really simple, right? But the etheric body is like the holographic body. It's the blueprint of literally duplicating our physicality, except it's the other way around. Our etheric body is first, and then our physical body will run on that imprint, because everything begins with thought. And so we might have symptoms of energy blocks showing up and manifesting in our body, our business, or our bank account, because they're entities as well that have holographic bodies. And then when you have those blocks, those symptoms show up. So like when I was a paramedic, get called out to a job, more often than not, like there's 2 types of jobs, medical and trauma. Trauma is acute, like it's happened just now. But medical is something that's a chronic reoccurrence. It's a lifestyle thing. It's the way that you've been habitually doing things and the body just says, all right, enough, I'm erupting. I'm having a heart attack. I'm having some stress with breathing. I'm just doing something off balance. I'm no longer in homeostasis. Therefore, I have blocked energy seriously, affecting my life force energy. Making sense? And so what I wanted to really connect you with is understanding that when we have energy blocks that are affecting our physicality, our body, business and bank account, those symptoms that you think you keep trying to solve, those symptoms, that's not the root cause. ever. It's always the superficial, the bit that you feel the pain with, but there's always something at a root cause that energy is blocked at, and that's where you really want to go to. Now, here's why they get stuck in the system for so long. Fear of looking at it. We've been programmed of the big boogeyman, that big monster. If I look at it, oh my God, it's going to kill me. It's part of that survival mechanism, right? That programming of being programming into survival mode. Again, it affects the nervous system. So the survival is activated by the vagus nerve, which is nerve number 10. It's a very valuable nerve. It has fight and flight, and it has the rest and digest, right? So it's your autonomic nervous system. It's sympathetic or parasympathetic for those of you that science nerds like me. But essentially, all you need to understand is I'm either thriving or surviving. And if you've got energy blocks, you are in survival mode. You cannot create anything when you're in survival mode, because your body has gone into panic control. It's rebalancing. It's doing its best to adapt and adjust, right? Now, this is the next bit that I want to invite you to. So first one is like, one of the challenges is not willing to look at what's really going on. And there's a big reason why that is because most people aren't taught the skill set to handle the differences in calibrating again, right? And so why would you look at something if it's going to not only scare you, but make you, if you don't have the competency and the skill set to have that recalibration, well then, yeah, you're not going to look at it, right? Now, here's the other thing. When you are daring to look at it and you do go into it, and you do usually get assisted to do this, right? There's ways to learn these skills and do it for yourself. And I certainly teach that in my high level programs. But what I want to share with you is that you even when you learn those skills, or if you're getting assisted with someone else like myself or someone else that resonates with you, there you go. Just going to turn that on mute. That resonates, or that you resonate with, that can facilitate those energetic shifts for you, then you understand that you've got decades of programming in your blueprint to shift. So you can have some immediate shifts, but if you've ever been to a chiropractor, let me know if you have. When you go to a chiropractor, you can have, if you've been for the first time, it's like, oh God, it's like, wow, this is what it's like to feel normal, to have flow of energy force through my spine and my body and be adjusted. It can be a little uncomfortable, sometimes even a little bit painful, because the body is so used to adapting to all the other ways to survive. And then when you have an adjustment, you have that rush of life force energy that flows through your system again. And then it can feel really good. But if you don't follow the instruction of the chiropractor who gives you some physical patterns to go home and practice, and most people don't. I'm guilty of that in the past, in my 20s and 30s. If you don't do that, then what happens is you just shift back to the old blueprint pretty quickly anyway. The other thing too is you often need, when you've had years and decades of the same blueprint that you've been running, it's like these 1 degree adaptations that you have in that survival mode. So it's not like you've just gone, oh my God, had this trauma, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, and trauma is relevant to anyone and their meaning. It could be a little insignificant thing to somebody else, but to you, it was so significant, it's blocked your life force flow, your ability to be a creator, right? And so when I got goosebumps, so whoever's listening right now, you're rippling with goosebumps. I'm actually reflecting you. I'm in surrogation right now. I can feel it. Is that you, Nona? I can feel it. Oh my God, it's running down my legs. So essentially what I wanted to connect with you is understanding that quit facing or looking for that magic pill. And it's like doing energy balancing is very magical, because it's not the typical, you have to do talk therapy and you have to do all these different things that are going on over and over and over and over again. They keep you stuck in story. When I do work energy balancing with people, you don't even talk much. In fact, I get you like this, right? I do what's called validation hooks. I tell you stuff that you like, whoa, how does she know that? Because the information is in the field. It's just like so the etheric body, as I've been sharing with you, is this holographic body that's in the ether. The ether is what's used to transfer information like radio waves, this transmission right now. You're receiving me wherever you are in the world. I know, Rachel, you're in the USA. No, I think you're in the USA, aren't you? Katie, on the other side of Australia. There's a few others on the call. I can't really see until I open that up. But essentially, you're getting me real time because you're tuned in to the specific frequency that you're with me right now. So it's not much of a stretch to understand how easy it is to remotely access somebody else's soul print and soul field, which is what I work with. And I can determine where your energy blocks are and what we need to do to clear them at the root. And so if that's valuable information for you, I just wanted to pop on in and just give you an awareness around, you know, if you're feeling stuck in your body, your business, and your bank account, or any area in your life, and you're trying to solve it at a symptomatic level, please stop, because you're just going to keep frustrating yourself and burning yourself out, ending up with chronic fatigue, frustration, lower self-esteem, feeling like you're not confident or competent, and it's got nothing to do with that, right? I want to inspire you and realize there is an alternative way. It's very quick relative to the old school system. Now, I know a lot of you are healers. Fantastic. It's time to step up. And you need to do a full lot of the clearing, because unless you do that clearing, you are not going to be able to express yourself in your full light. You are not going to be able to stand in your authentic power. And you're certainly not going to feel like you want to get out there and be in the front line to help others. You won't have the capacity to help anyone else any more than you've got the capacity to heal yourself. Because when you do that inner healing and you clear those traumas, you're neutralized, you're no longer triggered. So when you go to help somebody else, you're not getting activated by it. You can literally hold that space and help them shift, facilitate that energy block clearing too. So I've got a few more minutes. I know I've got an energy block clearing call with, actually, Rachel, you're on the call now. So I've got one with you next, and I've got another one right after the back of this. So I just wanted to pop on in because I felt so called to share this information with you, and just really, for those of you that are seeking and searching for, how do I make more money in my career or business? How do I get my reach out there to even let people know that, you know, what I'm doing? Or how do I make that leap from that certainty and the comfort of even a dissatisfying job or relationship, but it's comfortable, it's certain, and really what it is, it's the fear of leaping into the unknown. That's why I did the black field today, right? I want to invite you to discover glorious excitement in the black field, in the unknown, and to be able to leap in without visually seeing with your physical sense, but to just learn to trust your intuitive sense. Learn to trust that, because I know that a lot of the blocks that come up are around a lack of trust in other people, in the universe supporting you, and even yourself. And I want to invite you to focus on getting that healed, doing the continuous healing work with that, and practice, just start daily steps to learn to trust yourself. You know, there's the energy block clearing component, but the actual action with that one is do what you say you're going to do. Don't worry about what other people are going to do. Yes, there are some people in the world that have ill intentions, but they really truly are rare to the population percentage who are really fabulous, good-hearted humans. And so the thing is, when we have wounds that are these energy blocks that are not yet resolved, they're not yet healed, we will project them with our own perspective, our own perception, and we will have that mirrored back, because that's what our reticular activating system is looking for, right? The RAS, the reticular activating system, part of our brain, part of the nervous system, is designed to keep us in survival mode, right? Looking for the threats. But it can also look for the opportunities if you program to do that. And you can have all the programs you like. You can do all the affirmations you like of, I'm an abundance queen, and I'm all this and I'm all that, and I'm all for it. But unless you do the energy block clearing, that's not going to work. That's just out in orbit. It's not landed in your system yet. Does that make sense? I hope that's really valuable for you to get that, so that what I really want you to get out of this is to stop taking things personally, like you're not good enough or why can't you do it. It's just an energy block. That's it. It's got nothing, it's not even personal. It's just like, let's get practical, and just because you can't physically see it on how to shift it, you will physically feel it when it is shifted though, right? Is that valuable? I've got so many pop-up screens jumping up, I can't even read everything here. Nona says, that's crazy. I've been learning and working on trusting and listening to my intuition. There you go. And I know it was your system that I felt rippling through me there, Nona. I could feel it. So essentially I just wanted to pop on in, give you some value around that. And if you would like to have an energy block clearing with me, reach out and have a PM with me, and I'll let you know what options I've got. If that's the first thing to do or the next thing to do, I've got lots of resources, so I can really tailor it for what you need where you're at right now. So, but just send me a PM, and maybe if you do that, if you're not yet a friend with me on Facebook, just drop a comment down below or tap me up, because sometimes they get lost in those other inboxes if I haven't responded to that. I'm going to be doing more future lives. Do you find this valuable? If you find it valuable, I'll be doing a lot more future lives here in the group, really helping you to connect with the truth of who you really are, your soul's calling, and really how to align your soul goals. Yeah, we can manifest all sorts of things, right? But most often, if we're in, here's the other thing too, if you're in emotional wounds or you're blocked, you're going to be activated in survival, which means you're going to be focusing on fear. And let me give you a hot little tip here. If you say you want this and you're in fear mode, you're going to focus on the opposite of what you don't want, because you'll be afraid and casting all of that information in the memory field, in the etheric field, into that same space that you're calling what you want, but you're actually throwing into that space what you don't want. So guess what you get? What you don't want. Yuck! Ouch! And it's one thing to say, I know that, which is a program, by the way, and it's the worst program in my book. It's the one that most people say all the time. I know this. But are you applying it? Is it in your system as a program to utilize it? You can download Microsoft Excel onto your computer all you like, but if you don't open it up and use that program, is it useful to you? And most people say, yeah, I know that. And it's like, they know about the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet program, but it's not on their computer, so they can't even access it to use it. And so that's what's happening every time you say, I know that, but it's not showing up in your field to apply that. If that analogy helps you, definitely reach out and chat with me to see if I can help you. Rachel says, busted. Kaylee says, great reminder, thank you, awesome. Kara says, I've been doing this, it's painful. Kara, I invite you to reach out, and it's not painful in the extent where if you're doing on your own versus someone who's facilitating it and can actually, when I do energy block clearing, I do it with what is best for your soul's purpose in that moment. So here's, just understand this, the reason why it doesn't have to be so painful, guys and gals. Now, I'm not saying it's not. It's a dark night of the soul. The reason why it's painful is because everything you've identified with at the ego level is being stripped away. When you make the vow of, like, I'm going to step into my soul calling, guess what happens? Everything that you've created in your life that is not in alignment with your soul has to go to create the space for you to hold the space to manifest what is in alignment with your soul, the dark field. But most people are so shit scared to be in that space and just float without trying to control and manipulate things because of fear. And so when I do the energetic shifting, I also work with doing this, the trust and the reprogramming, so that you really get to see with your intuitive eye and your intuitive senses, and you get really activated in all of your clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, whatever your clair gift is. And if you're like, what's that, Katie? It just means beyond the five senses, right? We are so much more than our physical body. Our body is like the equivalent of a spacesuit, right? It's how our soul can actually get around in this 3D realm called Earth. And we are way bigger beyond our physicality. Our body is just simply an antenna. Really, that's really all it is. It's a vehicle, it's a container, it's an antenna that we are interpreting information. But have we been programmed to interpret that information awake yet? Or are we marching like a robot to the Matrix program? Or you're a bit of a combination of the two. And if you've got the blocks going on, you're plugged into the Matrix. So reach out to me, let me know what I can do to help support you, whether it's now or in a week or wherever it is. I'm really ready to help a lot more people. I've got lots of different offers and programs, some free, some paid, some really crazy, stupidly introductory price, like they're practically free, but designed just to give you some little commitment to step in and make sure that you're using it. So I've got the Goal Planner Manifestation System, which is fabulous. I've got the Energized Soul Experience, which is an energy toolbox. It's like a spiritual first aid toolkit for your energy rebalancing. I literally give you 18 of my tools that I use every single day on myself, with my clients. I have so many more, but these are the core ones that show up over and over and over and over. And it just means that you can go in, you can go, right, I've got a reference card, I know exactly what I need to do to clear this, and you just go and use the tool. But make sure that if you want to have that accelerated moving through, because I promise you, getting out of your own way and getting an energy balance. Make that investment for yourself, that commitment to do that. Because when you do that, I know I've helped hundreds of people shift decades of programs in minutes and have stuff activated literally within minutes to hours to days and even weeks, depending on what it is. And whether it's money flooding in, promotions happening, cars manifesting, job opportunities, travel opportunities, you can't see it yet because you're in the blind spot, right? But when we clear the energy field, all that beautiful goodness can come in because you're now allowing yourself to receive it. All right, got to run. I have an energy block clearing call with Rach. I'll see you on Zoom in a moment. Much love, light, manifesting so much magic to you. Thanks for the love in here. And I will be doing more lives. If you're loving this, please let me know down below that you want more, because I do everything around energy, manifesting, money, marketing, business. But really, it's about the energy field around all those entities. That's how I can help you make those shifts in the most profound way. I'm a healer for the healers. Let's step up and rise, shine, and be here for the world, because the world needs everybody to be in their soul superpower now. See you soon.